Hey YouTube, this is Prometheus, guys, giving you more than the meta. So guys, I want to go ahead and show some gameplay where I ran into somebody that was a quick snapper. He would just get the play, he would snap the ball, and it was very difficult to stop this guy. I got this guy in several fourth down situations. I also got him in opportunities where I could have got interceptions, but also he broke my coverages, not really because he was scheming things up to break coverage. It's just that a lot of the match coverage right now, it doesn't work tight. It's very loose, and this is an observation that most Madden players have noticed. So the problem with this game right now is that even if you do have the right assignments, and you do have things set up correctly, people could still get things off. So you could still make passes and all that stuff. So you're going to see some opportunities where I missed some stuff. This is a game I should have dropped. I should have lost this game, but I ended up getting an onside kick in the fourth quarter, and I was able to go and score quickly against this guy. So kind of a spoiler alert with this game. I really struggled against this guy's offense, so I wanted to kind of show you the adjustments I can make, and hopefully I can stop the games and show you where the coverages broke down and they didn't necessarily do what I wanted to do. Now he comes out a single back deuce close. And typically when I see someone that does these type of things, I usually like to do a cover 3 coverage, and I'll take my defenders in a cover 3 and put them into hard flats, and then I'll take my guys and man them up on the outside receivers, and I'll use the middle of the field to try to clean up a run more than anything else. Because a lot of times conceptually, you know, when you have deuce close, you're going to have concepts where you're just going to have basically bench is a concept, or you're going to have, you know, just a crosser more than anything else, and maybe just some type of a flat route. So those are typically the only two routes that most players use when they play, when they do deuce close. So anytime I see deuce close, I really just try to shut down those particular routes because that's the most popular stuff. Put my two defenders into the middle of the field. He does a split zone and picks up some pretty good yards right there. So anytime a guy gets over 4 yards in a running game, it's going to be a long day. So you have to figure out the one thing I want to say about this guy. He had really good run stick. So in other words, he knew how to cut things back. He broke a lot of tackles against me. So there were situations where I've caught him, you know, behind the line of scrimmage or right at the first down marker, and actually falls forward for a first down. So anytime I see a formation like this where I've got basically two tight ends, a single wide receiver, I'm going to jump into cover 6 or cover 9. I'm going to use her over the middle of the field, because really he's gonna, most of the times they're going to do some type of a crossing route like this, and maybe some kind of a flat and a clear out. Those are a lot of the concepts. You're not really going to get burnt over the top with tight ends. So that's why I run cover 6 or cover 9 when I see these type of coverages, because my job is just to kind of stay over the top and actually go and defend for outside. Right here, actually, he's got a little crossing route. This guy should pick up the crossing route going over the middle of the field. And he does carry with it, and you can see right here actually took off this quarterback. So this is another aspect of this guy's offense where if it wasn't there, he would just take off this quarterback right away. So that makes an additional adjustment that you have to make defensively. You're going to have to go ahead and spy a lineman or something like that. So a 3rd-and-2 situation, I decided to go ahead and hit him with the pressure, barely get everything set up. He actually hits me with a flat for a quick route. Gets a nice little juke move right there with Robinson, and gets the ball down onto the 17-yard line. So it was a huge play, a flat play like that. You could see, look at the tempo. Okay, so I'm not even getting my defense set up, and he's just snapping the ball. So it was very, very difficult to set up any kind of elaborate defenses against this guy, because he was just quickly snapping the ball right there. So finally get a stop and get him in a 2nd and 11 type situation, and he goes back into the wing formation. So I'm going to stay with this cover 6. And basically go ahead and bunch the lineup. I want to show him the blitz just so he sees it, but I've got guys dropping back in coverage, And right here, he doesn't have where to go, but look how quickly the decision he makes. He just quickly makes a decision just to scramble with his quarterback. So it was one of those things where it's just like, okay, this guy is taking over this quarterback. He was causing problems. It was very difficult to have any kind of a defense, and you could see how quickly the guy would just snap the ball, snap the ball, snap the ball. It was very, very hard to stop somebody when they're just running quick snap plays. And he's showing a blend of stuff. He didn't really he used some plays he used on a regular basis, but he would blend a lot of stuff in. You can see right here he jukes himself into the end zone and gets a touchdown. So you know, once you have a you know, a defensive situation like that, you're like, oh great, this is going to be pretty pressure heavy in a situation where I can't turn the ball over, because he's going to basically do that. So right here he actually tries to pop the seam really quick. My defender does not go out. One of the things I noticed right here is that this used to be a vert hook last year. It's not a vert hook anymore. It is basically kind of a hook zone curl. So that's a little nuance in the game that's kind of annoying with cover 6. I want to have someone that's going to go ahead and do, you know, follow the vertical and pick that up. So that's just a little nuance that you have to do. Now, when I see any kind of tighter sets, I like to do a cover 3. I hit him with pressure, and he actually picks me up and hits me with a screen play, bounces the ball back inside, and picks up a first down. So I played outside. I didn't want to give him the sideline. He bounces it back in and takes it in. So just a good, smart, intelligent football play. Real guy. This guy's really, really tight on offense. He makes some mistakes. He kind of forces some stuff, but you can see, look at this quick little outs. With an angle route, I had to stay underneath to take out the angle. That was my responsibility. And that hook zone does not get out wide based on how I was setting it up. So right here, once again, snaps it, hits me with verticals play. He misses his read, and he actually runs with his quarterback, and I don't get a strip ball animation right there. So just a good play by him. You know, just a really, really fast play. So right now I'm thinking in the back of my head, okay, this guy's moving the ball pretty effectively. I'm going to go ahead and try to get, you know, if he scores on me, I want to hopefully, you know, get the ball back with 2 minutes left, work the clock down, go in with a tie game, and then get the ball in the second half to try to go over possession. So right here actually goes into like an off tackle, or kind of like a close formation. Get him into a 2nd and 6 situation. And now he's got, you know, quads off the left. I like to drop my one defender on the defensive line at a flat. So he's supposed to go out and play into a flat. And I think that is some type of a bubble play. The bubble gets locked up. He drops it down to the opposite side, and he still falls forward for 4 yards. So even though my guys are coming down and playing their positions, he was able to do this. So now, once again, quick snapping me. I'm actually trying to put this guy into a spy, and I actually put this guy into spy on accident, just because he's just quick snapping. He's not really giving me any opportunity to get plays set up correctly. And if I make a mistake, he's just going to abuse me. So I'm playing a 3 ruck. I've got to cover this guy. Play this guy is my responsibility. And right here, I go ahead, slide over, and you can see I missed the interception right there. So there's a handful of times he threw the ball to me. That should have been picked off right there, because he actually threw it right to my guy. I do not get the you know, animation there for that to set up. So 2nd and 2 situation, I think what I do is I got this guy out in the flat. I got to play underneath. Playing against this guy really was about making sure you had the right coverage. You can see that guy's in a flat. He's in a flat. He should have been out there. That should have been picked off. This is what's frustrating with this game right now, why the defense plays too freaking loose, is because that is a situation where that should have been intercepted. I dropped someone into that coverage. So I know that, you know, all of us are complaining about it, but that EA, you got to fix that. You know what I mean? If I put a hard flat out there, a guy has to go out and play a hard flat. I don't care if you beat me over the top of it, but if I'm layering my coverage, there has to be a guy out there. So he does a quick little pitch play, cuts it up into the hole. I had to play the sideline. I didn't want to give him the sideline, and he actually cuts it. So this guy was really good with his running. He just made really good decisions, could read stuff really good, and he doesn't really have a good running back. He's not got Saquon or in that type of situation. So right here, once again, you have to see how quickly he's snapping the ball. It's like you got to be really quick on your adjustments. He goes back into just a run play right there, gets the ball down to the 2-yard line. 2-minute warning in this type of situation. I want to see if I can get a stop. So I go into a heavier set. This is a 5-2, and I get a nice little edge, and I actually hit this guy in the backfield for one of the few times where I tackle him in the backfield. This guy was falling forward left and right in this game, where he was always picking up yardage against me. So QB contained because I was concerned about his guys actually going out, and actually just drops it. There's a flat out there. There was literally a flat zone, a squat zone out there, and he throws an out, and my guy's nowhere playing it. So you know, watching this gameplay and just watching what was happening in the field, and my defenders were not playing their stuff correctly, was frustrating. So here's me driving down the ball. You can see there's 51 seconds left. I catch it, get a first down, and he gets a strip animation. He gets a lucky fumble. I don't, you know, I know some of you guys watch these games, you're like, oh, I get fumbles all the time. Yeah, fumble, when you get a fumble, it is just luck. It's more, it's like the CPU just giving you a break. It's not like you got like outplayed. It's just a lucky animation. And maybe I'm, you know, preaching to the choir right now or complaining about it, but anytime that happens, it's not because I felt like I made a bad decision. It's because it was like, you know, the Madden gods bailing out this guy, right? Could you see right here? That should have been an interception. I actually had a hard flap. He actually threw right into my guy right there. I should have intercepted that, but he ends up getting a break right there. So I don't know what was going on with Daniel Jones. He's not a good quarterback. He's not accurate. Why he was actually getting all these breaks is beyond me. Right here, he tries throwing it. I actually have to play the middle of the field to the running back right there, and I get a nice little block, or you know, a shed of block, and get in the end zone. Now I go into a heavy blitz, and I pull my guy down, and he just quick snaps me. He sees the window right here. This is where the opening is at. I should be playing over on this side. In this type of situation, we're actually pulling down the other defender, and you can see actually throws it right over my guy, and I just don't get the animation. So, and then he breaks a tackle right here and goes another 10 yards on a broken tackle. So that was a huge play for him. It looks like he did some type of an audible, a quick audible, because of the route combination, what he was doing. Motion my guys off to the right. And then I actually go ahead and do QB contain because he's been taking off his quarterbacks. And now I'm just going to play the 3-rec hook. My responsibility is to match up to the running back and look for anything coming over the middle of the field. And my hope is this guy's going to match up to this guy right here because that's his responsibility. And right here snaps the ball. And you can see he just hits me just with the bench concept off the right side. So he's just got an out and then a corner route on the backside. My defender's not playing it at all. You got to get some type of a defense for that bench concept because that bench concept was just driving me nuts. It was really working good. Now he drops me down with the halfback angle, so he was just dinking and dunking with his tight ends. He rarely threw to his wide receivers. He didn't throw the ball deep. He didn't throw deep corners. Everything was underneath, flat routes, you know, just quick little outs. Everything within, you know, a few yards of the tight end. He actually do little drags and stuff like that. You can see this drag right here. This guy, what is he doing? This guy shouldn't be falling in. He should have been sacked. That could have been it should have been an interception. That type of situation. He's just chewing the clock down against me. And right here, I go ahead and jump into really wild, you know, goal line defense. And I get actually somewhat of breaks. This guy knows what he's doing. He's switching things up. He actually tries to throw. I actually knock that guy out. My defender had his back turned around. So now I go ahead and jump into a different, like a cover 2 coverage. I'm worried about some type of a bubble over here. This is what I'm worried about. So I'm going to go ahead and user this guy right here. And I think I did not set up my QB contains. I didn't. And watch what he does. He just takes off this quarterback. So just a smart play by this guy. This guy was pretty ice cold on his offense. He made a handful of mistakes, but nothing that was really big. So right here, I'm seeing press coverage. I'm just want to show this on offense. I'm watching this defender. If this defender does not come out wide, I'm going to go ahead and take a shot up top because this should be man press. But look what happens. Some reason, this guy pushes my wide receiver. He just pushes him off to the sideline, and then he just gets crazy back vertical. So this was some type of strange coverage that he sent up, and you can see I'm trying to pass lead the ball above that. Diggs is off his spot. He ends up picking me off. in this type of situation, gets an interception. So now I'm behind the 8 ball. You know, you're down by 2 scores. You got an extra possession right here. This is a game that most people would probably quit in this type of situation. So he jumps into a goal line situation. I actually do just a double A gap blitz and bunch everything up, and I get a nice little tackle behind. I have to take a look at that. Is a defense do that? So now I think what I did is I jumped into hard flats, because he's been hitting the flats all the time, and he actually throws right there. I get an interception by King and get an interception and a touchdown in that type of situation. So one of the few breaks on defense after I've turned the ball over twice offensively, one on a fumble, and the other time basically just kind of like getting my guys. He got shoved off his spot, and I took a shot play. He got myself in trouble. Look at this guy. This guy's playing a quarter flat. He should be out here in this ball, and look what happens. He came in. Now I don't know if I clicked in on my controller, because that's the only reason he should be out here with this flat. This should be covered up. So that was a broken coverage right there. He does a little twist move right there to pick up a first down, but I was pretty frustrated after that, seeing that I know I have a flat in that position. He's supposed to be there. Now he goes with an inside run. I don't get picked up on the block, and he's able to fall forward for a yard or so. So that's actually pretty good. If you get someone into, you know, a 3-yard gainer is okay. Now I go ahead and stay with the rack. You can see I'm running hard flats more. And I should be basically in that defender. I should be on that inside defender against this set. And the reason why is that, you know, I have to play a run fit. So this is where I'm concerned about this defense right here. If he does something over the middle of the field, I can give him a big play. So I'm very conscious of that. I should be doing hard flats against this guy, because he just kept dinking and dunking the entire time. So I'm just anticipating him making some changes. Now I'm going to put a deep blue zone in the middle of the field. He still does a run, and I actually hit this guy in the backfield, and see how he bounces off. That should have been an extra yard gainer. So now it's a 4th and 5 situation. He goes ahead, quick huddles me, and instead of actually running hard flats because he's doing everything up, I try to hit him with a blitz, and right here actually goes and checks it down on a little drag route and gets another first down. So I had multiple opportunities to stop this guy, and I just couldn't stop him. I was struggling to stopping this guy, and because he got a couple turnovers against me, I'm behind the 8 ball. There's really nothing I could do. So back to the inside run. If I manned up, if I actually took that other safety, brought him down the box, I'd be able to clean that up. Now he goes into basically a gun double set. He's got a spread set. This guy kept switching up his formations, but he quick snapped, and he knew exactly where he was going with the ball. Everything was underneath. I didn't want to do hard flats because I didn't want to shut off my matching principles, but I don't know what was going on here. So I think what this was, it's a deep comeback. The concept is a whip route, and then there's like a route that goes in the opposite side, and this breaks cover 6. This particular play breaks cover 6. I'll show this to you. There are plays like this that just destroy cover 6, and that's what happened on that particular play. Is that it was a play that just got destroyed. It doesn't match correctly. I know that I've found that out a couple times when I was playing. Right here, he just drops the ball right down the middle of the field. So I just couldn't stop this guy. Couldn't stop him. He just kept quick snapping, making right decisions, and anytime he made the wrong decision, I would not penalize him. I had only one turnover against this guy. Where I was trying, it didn't really get the break at all. So right here, he does a little outside run in this type of situation. Back to these tight sets. When I see tight sets, I like cover 3. I like to do hard flats more than anything else. And then I like to user this guy. I like to pull him down to the seam so he's a little bit better positioning. And the problem is that because he was quick snapping me, I didn't have time to set this up. See how I got stuck on my guy? He does take a shot once again underneath. So if I hard flatted this guy more often, I probably would have got more interceptions. But the handful of times I got him in a position where he should have been making some interceptions, he just didn't. He got away with a lot of stuff. So right here, little crossing route, he scrambles. I'm able to go ahead and just knock the ball out. You get him into a 4th and 4. So here's another 4th down situation. And he goes in a single back trio. This is ran into this play the first week, the first time I played the game. And I had a hard time with this. He does an inside run and picks up a 1st down. So what a risky play right there, but it worked out for him. You know, how many 4th downs did I give up against this guy? It was so frustrating that I actually had opportunities to get stops against this guy, and I wasn't able to do that. Back to the angle out route. You know, I actually do have a play in my arsenal that I should start coming to that a little bit more, because that seems like that concept is just really difficult to stop. Now he's in a formation that I'm used to playing against, the trips formation. I like to put this guy in a hard flat. I put this guy into a 3rd, and my responsibility is to play in a kind of a crosser. And if this guy crosses and goes out, I have to match him and try to pick him off. So that's my responsibility with this. So I'm going to leave the cover 6 out there. He goes ahead and runs. I get a nice little block shed right there and get him into a situation where he only picks 1 yard. So now he goes with the trip set, single back set off to the right. And once again, I'm trying to set things up a little bit. He's got a little crosser. I've got a guy out there, and he has got nowhere to go with it. So now I get him in a 3rd and 6 situation. So once again, I'm working at him. He goes into this formation right here. Now you're going to probably start seeing I pulled this guy down in the line, and I had to slide him out, because what he was doing, he was just hitting a quick little out, doing like a bench concept. So I think that's what he does in this. He's just got a quick little out. Now he does a dragger right here. Look at us. Okay. He does a drag. He's got this round. I'm carrying with this and not picked off right there. So another 4th and 6 situation. This series right here, I had multiple opportunities to stop this guy. So that was it. It was slants. He quick audibled into it. You know, guy was making a lot of like tough decisions. Once again, I bring everybody down to the box to show the blitz. I should be sliding these guys over. Actually, I should be blitzing all these guys, and I should take this guy and put him into a vert hook. That's the adjustment that I should have made, but I didn't. And look at the out. He just penalized me with that out. Even with coverage with a guy there on him, he would just penalize me. So that was his go-to play. I couldn't stop it. If I would have blitzed everybody and dropped the vert hook in that type of situation, would have been fine. He would have to come back to the angle route, and that would have messed him up. So just not really good decisions. And the thing with this gameplay is that essentially he was quick snapping, making quick adjustments, and it was hard for me to adjust on that. So right here, he goes to the outside. He catches the ball with the running back underneath. So just another really good decision right there. So he's doing an inside run. So he's doing some stuff out of there. I don't know. The play art in the game is not actually perfect. So right here, actually comes to the outside. This guy just kept. My defenders were not playing anything. It was just like he could get away with whatever he wanted to. Very, very frustrating. Very, very frustrating. And that's the thing about this game right now, is that it is so offensive heavy in this type of situation. So he goes into an inside run. He falls forward for a couple yards, and you can see the clock is just chewing down at the very bottom. It's just chewing down. He's down to a 2-minute warning, and he's going to go up by two possessions. So I'm in a serious bind in this game. Like, there's really nothing for me to do. So now I go with a QB contain. I actually have my guys dropping back into zones. And right here, he throws, I don't know where I got a flat guy out there. Where did he go? He should be there. There should be a guy in the flat. I think I did hard flats. He should have fell out to that. So why my guys are not playing their responsibilities is beyond me. He cuts it back up with Singletary. Singletary's not even a good running back, and he's able to go ahead and get a first down. So I end up scoring. You can see the score is 30-36, and I only have 22 seconds left. And look what happens. I do an onside kick. I do like the feature now that it's like, fourth quarter you can do onside kicks opposed to doing onside kicks all game long. That trash. So I end up doing an onside kick, and I get the luckiest break ever. Which, considering how many breaks he has, he gets lucky too. I catch him in cover 2 coverage zone, and I just dot this guy up right over the middle of the field. and get a touchdown. So I end up winning this game. This guy he basically just had my number on defense, and I just really didn't make the proper adjustments on what he was doing. When I look at this gameplay again, it's like, okay, I should have basically went ahead and played hard flats the entire time with my coverages, and just say, hey, you can beat me over the corners, but I'm not going to give you this dink and dunk stuff down in the middle. Another defense too, I probably should have ran this normal defense. He was running, so I wanted to have an extra linebacker in the box, but I probably should have not had the linebacker in the box. But he ran on 4th and 4. So this guy was a really good player for the most part. This funny thing is, I don't like running man coverage. I just never have. But you can see right here, he actually struggles against it. And usually man coverage is a really good defense to run against someone when the game's pretty much tied up. So once again, guys, thanks for your support. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys learned something from this gameplay. You can still pull games out if you keep the score manageable. You don't want to quit games and stuff like that. And I struggled against this guy. This guy's offense was really, really good. But when you look at the film later on, you could say, hey, I should have done this or done that. So thank you for support, guys. Until next time.